going in for our day-long think-in. Sinn Féin are looking forward to the challenges that lie ahead. As a party, we're absolutely focused on the upcoming general election, which we believe is going to happen sooner rather than later. We are proactively putting pressure on government in relation to the outstanding by-elections, and Senator Pearse Doherty, as you know, has brought government before the courts in order to force their hand in relation to Donegal South West, and we would hope that both the Waterford and Dublin South by-elections would take place at the same time. If that is indeed to happen first, I believe that the current government's position will be untenable, because they will surely lose all three by-elections. Sinn Féin are also presenting the real alternative, and I have it to say, sadly, the only alternative to the whole approach of this government, which is to impose more savage cuts on ordinary decent people up and down the length and breadth of this state. We have a situation where there is a brand acceptance of a Brussels imposed approach to the whole budgetary needs in this state. Sinn Féin do not believe that cuts in public services are what are required at this point in time. What we need is an equitable and just tax approach to the needs of our economy, and the economy must be there to serve the people. It's not the other way about. So here today, along with our Dáil colleagues and Senator Doherty and other colleagues who have joined us, including our party Vice President Mary Lou MacDonald, we will be actively addressing all of these issues, fine-tuning our approach to the challenges that lie ahead over the coming weeks and months, and prepared and looking forward to an early opportunity to go before the electorate.
Are you not essentially saying there that far from cutting stuff, you're going to raise taxes and that's how you're going to bridge the deficit?
Sinn Féin have always, at every general election all along, opposed the drops in taxation that the former PD party and their influence within the current major party in government, Fianna Fáil, have decided as the way forward. We totally and absolutely reject that. We have got to ensure that those who are escaping their responsibilities by paying their fair share, and those who can afford to pay more, do so, in order that we protect quality public services and the jobs of public servants up and down the length and breadth of the state, who are giving excellent service right across the board in health, in education and all the other areas of need. We want to protect that. We want to ensure quality public services, and it cannot be done if we're not prepared to fund it.
Who do you believe can afford to pay extra tax?
Well, clearly those who are already in wealth positions, those who are not paying their fair share, those who use residency clauses as a method of escape by virtue of the period of time in any given year that they live outside this country, yet they're very happy to use the benefits of the rest of our contributions in terms of the provision of state needs. We also believe that the lifting of the ceiling in relation to PRSI, I mean, why should a worker on the average industrial wage and those right through moderate incomes be paying PRSI on every euro earned, while those earning in excess of €70,000 make no such contribution on that excess income? We believe that fairness and equity must be applied across the board, and we believe that there is more than an understanding and an appetite for those changes among the electorate, now much more politicised and understanding of the challenges to be faced.
Why do you believe there's an election maybe coming soon? Do you think it could be triggered by the resignation of Brian Cowan?
Well, I do believe that one of the critical indicators is the potential of this government to survive three by-election challenges coming up. And Sinn Féin are the only party that are bringing this government screaming before the courts in order to, force them to not only have the Donegal South West by-election, but Dublin South and Waterford, and we believe that their position, as I've already indicated, will be untenable post that. However, this government could facilitate that opportunity, and we're not waiting for the by-elections. If this government have enough of wit and understanding of the electorate's appetite for a rejudgment at this point in time, they should fall on their sword and go to the people en masse.
And what's your view of Brian Cowan following last week's performance in Morning Ireland?
Well, I have it to say it was a modern day example of Nero fiddling while Rome burned. I mean, what else could you describe Brian Cowan and the rest of the Fianna Fáil hierarchy's whole approach as if, to hell with poverty, throw another chair in the fire, but make sure it's not their chair. This is just simply unacceptable, and I have it to say, it's not about Brian Cowan, it's not about the alternatives, it's about the policy pursuit of this government and Fianna Fáil that is the most hurtful, the most objectionable aspect of this government.